Well, good afternoon, everybody. It's Miss Terry. Are you practicing your ukuleles? Are they still sitting in their cases on the shelves? By all means, get them down and practice, because that's the only way we get really good at something is we practice. And if our fingers start to hurt, we might want to rub them and press them on our knees and scratch them and try to limber them up a little bit, because sometimes we get these little calluses and they hurt a little bit. But do you know, the more you do it, the less it will hurt, and it'll get to where it doesn't hurt at all. Okay? So, expanding what we learned in class, and maybe even going a little further, when you look at the homework page I gave you for week 6, I combined last week's and I put it all together for the homework because we're working on picking patterns. And remember, we're using our thumb and our first 2 fingers. Let's look at Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. I'm going to try to go as slow as I can. Of course, as we get better, we will speed it up. So, playing the tabs, remember it's G, C, E, A, your strings. And if you see a 0, it's an open string. Watch my fingers where they go. Remember to audiate, which means sing the song in your head. Sometimes I will sing it out loud to make sure you know where I am. But there's some pausing that we do when we play this naturally, because the songs have some pause in them. A little pausing here and there. Here we go. Get our fingers ready. Strumming would sound like this. One group will play the strumming next week while the other plays the tabs, so know both parts. Oh, twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Okay, those are the parts of the tabs and the chords for Twinkle, Twinkle. Now look ahead. If we're still doing tabs and we're looking at tabs and we're learning more, this is a very easy song, the Itsy Bitsy Spider, because you're going to notice on the second part where you see the 1s on the E string and the open 0s, which means open on the G and the A string and a little bit on the C string, that just means you don't have to press anything. So you could literally, on the second part of the song, when you have to put down your finger on the first fret where you see the 1s, that's really all you do on the second part, and you just pluck different strings. So maybe I'm confusing you, but watch what I do and watch how little movement I have to make on the second part of this song. Okay? I may sing a little bit, I may not. Mainly, watch where your fingers go. Here we go. Right? So we just played Itsy Bitsy Spider. I know it's a little confusing because we don't have measures marked out and notes on how long to hold, So audiate means just singing that song in your head without singing it out loud. It's in your head, pausing where you know the song pauses. The main thing we're working on right now is just where do you put your fingers, where do you pluck the strings, and you'll notice on that second part, it literally, you're just working around that finger. This finger never moves. So, play, have fun, don't get too worked up about it, and enjoy yourselves. And here we go to the E minor song, which I've already gone over before, but I'm going to be touching on this. We didn't have time in class to do this. We had to work on some other new chords, but I want to work on that picking sequence that we worked on last time we were together. So if we wanted to do the chords I was telling you, if you look at the top of your homework, I'm going to have you take your pencil right now, or a pen, preferably a pencil, and where it says build song parts chords, that second line has a D minor, A minor, a G, F, and A minor. Instead, on the top of that, can you write these chords down with your pencil right now? Over the top, put D minor, A minor, D minor, A minor. Then put G, F, G, F, A minor, and D minor. Now, remember, anytime I'm giving you a sequence of chords that I'm putting together to build a song, the crazy thing is you can change these chords up. Say you just like how it sounds better a different way. Well, maybe you're making up a little song you don't realize. But to play what I just did, if you wrote that down, let's get our fingers ready, and I'm going to be striking, plucking 4, 3, and 2. And remember, those that want to keep going with their thumb, you can just do that. Okay? Now, if your fingers get tired or you want to quit thinking, you can do that. So, but I'm going to be playing that new pattern I showed you in class, where we go straight down using the thumb and the first 2 fingers. And when we come down to use the lower chords like G, same thing. Alright? I'm using the same sequence, just plucking different strings. Okay, here we go. D minor, A minor, D minor, A minor, G, F, A minor, D minor. Okay, plucking with the new picking pattern. A minor. Back to D minor. Back to A minor. Now we're going to go to G. Up to F. Back to G. F, A minor, D minor. So all I did to end that song, again, you don't have to worry about doing it right now, but I ended the song to give it an ending feel. You notice I was playing the D minor with that pattern. So I'm going to do it really slow. Remember, this is an open string. And then come down to your 5th fret. All right, yeah! That sounds like it's done, doesn't it? You hit that last high note, it's finished. So you don't have to do all of that, but if you get bored and you want to be challenged, go ahead and go for it. Now, let's look at the chords we got last week, which hopefully this next week in class we'll have time to go over a little bit. Let's look at that E minor, going to the D, then to F, then to A minor. Let's play that again just so we don't forget. Same picking pattern. 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. Here we go, counting into 8 beats each. D, F, then A minor, and then you'd start all over again, back to E minor. I like ending with those little notes sometimes when I can find them. So that gives you a lot to work on this week. The main thing we're focusing on is picking patterns, because next week I'm going to give you another picking pattern. You do know there are millions of picking patterns, and you also know that if I'm picking one way, did you know you can pick another way? And your child can pick another way. It actually makes a full sound when we all come together if we're playing the same chord. It's actually really pretty. So we're going to be making up our own chords, and we're going to try to learn my chords, my picking patterns, while we're playing the chords that we've learned thus far. We will also learn some more chords too. I just want you to start expanding these fingers and your thinking into picking patterns, because it really does make playing the ukulele more challenging but more beautiful. And always remember to go back to the simple strumming, or with just your thumb. It still sounds pretty with just your thumb. So, lots to work on, have lots of fun, and remember, if you're having fun, your children probably will too. If they think they're having to work too hard, they may get a little frustrated, and that's okay. But do whatever you can to make the time of music captivating and fun and exciting. All right, I will see you next Monday. Have fun. Bye-bye.